It was really a little toasty out there, but we had a good visit. We went to Austin, we went to San Antonio, we went to Dallas. Been trying to get around the state to meet with some alums, in some cases people that we see regularly, and some people that we don't see as regularly, and talk to them a little bit about this quote-unquote vision that we're trying to craft. And the vision that we're trying to craft, we're working on it with our president and with our trustees. And the reason that we're doing that is nobody wants to hear about my vision if it's not met with some unanimity of thought. If it's not supported and agreed to by the leadership of our institution, it won't make much sense. So we've been working through this plan, and this plan hopefully will cast a very clear and unequivocal expectation for our hopes and our aspirations. What we need to do with our facilities, what we need to do with our funding, what we need to do with our marketing, what we need to do with a variety of things, and perhaps none more important than what we need to do to make our football facility, specifically the facility that our student athletes work in, our weight room, our training room, the areas where they go through rehabilitation, the highest on our list. That is absolutely critical for us. In my opinion, we've been slow to do that. We've been too slow to do that. And so we are now trying to make up and cover some ground, but we want to have a good plan, one that can be supported, one that we can raise money for, one that makes a lot of sense to help us in recruiting and to grow up young men and to create some space additionally for some young women where we have some deficits in some of the support areas for them. That's a very quick snapshot on some material that we've been working hard to develop for you. We'll share it very broadly, hopefully in the next 60 days at the latest, present it to the trustees and move forward. But in the meantime, we've got a football season to play. And we've got a couple people on our football schedule that Coach is going to talk about. But before he talks about what you came here for, football, let me share 60 seconds of thought about Dave and his staff, because I think I can say the same for all of his staff that he'll introduce up here. Every place I've been, every university I've worked at, they say the same thing. We're different, we're unique. Every place looks for that. Every place wants to say they're special. Well, I can tell you, Rice is special. Rice is special. And the easiest way to identify why it's special, anybody know what the average SAT on our campus is right now? The average SAT. How much? 1510. Are there any alums in here that could have gotten to school today? 1510. When we recruit in the sport of football young men, we tell them that they are going to compete in the classroom against the exact same caliber of student that's at Harvard. But on Saturday, we don't play Yale. On Saturday, we play Texas. Okay? Now, if you don't think that takes a special young man, if you don't think that takes a special group of coaches to deal with that, to work hard, to instill the confidence, to build them up, but perhaps most importantly, to identify those that might come to us as 6'2", 210-pound tight ends and grow up to be 6'3", 245 pounds rush end. We spent the last 2 days with Scott Solomon in Memphis for the media day, and on the plane back I asked Scott, I said, Scott, how big were you when you came to Rice? And I think Scott said he was about 6'2", 220. Scott is now 6'3", 280, and Scott has maybe 7% body fat, okay? He's grown up, but it's not just about working hard, it's identifying young guys that have the willingness to put in that time and that perseverance. The second piece is the academic piece and the social piece. It's a challenge to work as hard, to get beat up, to be tired, to go through a football season, turn around and get up for your 8 a.m. classes, to persevere through the year, to help this football program have not a good graduation rate, not a good one, a great one, A graduation rate that is so significant that the American Football Coaches Association last year awarded Rice their highest honor, the highest graduation rate in America. In America. Duke, Stanford, Virginia, Northwestern, Vanderbilt, the list goes on. The highest in America. It takes recruiting young men that have perseverance. It takes, at times, some tough love. And it takes an institutional commitment. Now, that being said, and Friday night when our kids show up for camp, I'm going to have a chance to talk to them. And I'm going to remind them. I'm going to remind them of one thing. You don't have to lose to be smart. You don't have to lose to be smart. Our goal is not one side of the coin. Our goal is not to have a team that you're only proud of because of their academic rates, or not a team that you're only proud of because they win. It's hard to do. There aren't many people doing it. One side of the equation, the other, it's not impossible. That's our goal. And to do that, you need somebody that not only fits this campus and cares about these young people, but is a winner. And so with that, I am proud to introduce your head coach, Dave Bailiff.